Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking on GT40 in the second war of Season 10. We're going in with a brand new attack configuration today. We're sticking with Void, bringing in Blade, and then we're making Sim Supreme our third and final choice, making his debut in my Alliance War attack team. I've never brought him to war before, so we'll see how that goes. First up we have an red Magneto. This is on the breakthrough node. I don't think, I can't remember if the Bane link was up too. You see, nope, no Bane link. Okay, so this looks like a 345. I probably should check out this stuff before I record, but you can always go back and look, I guess. So either way, Magneto, nothing much going on. His special ones still, to this day, very tricky to avoid. And even trickier to punish. I don't know that I pull it off in this. This war was from last week, and I'm behind on my recordings, of course. But the way that you want to avoid and punish Magneto's S1 is you need to only dex once when he dashes in with the medium, when you're baiting. And then if he chooses to launch his special, that little like slide forward hand swipe thing, that will not snap to you. So what happens is he will slide forward just a little bit, and you will still be standing in one spot, and then you can dodge the piece of shrapnel, and only then will you have enough time to go back in and punish. So there we go. So obviously I didn't get the dex off, but you get the idea there. Either way, Magneto goes down. All right, so we're all the way up in Section 2 now. This is a Quake with protection shielding. Quake, kind of an annoying defender on any node, only because if you accidentally trigger her heavy, you immediately get a 10% chance to be stunned when the aftershock charge expires. So it's really at that point a race against the clock. I find that the 10% is magically higher in game modes where you are fighting a Quake. I'm sure that's just in my head, but whatever. I think the S2 for Quake is easier to bait. Her S1 has it's weird, like the rocks that she kicks up, they don't seem to go at a speed that they should here. So you see I accidentally baited out a heavy there. I'm hoping that the aftershock doesn't trigger a stun. It doesn't. I take a nominal amount of damage, and this is just a 345 Quake, so she's about to be dead anyway. So either way. Alright, now for one of my favorite fights. So this is actually the first time that I've ever fought a Medusa in war with a Symbiote Supreme. Now my Sim Supreme is only a 455, and he's got a low sig, not that that matters. So I did put on just a little boost because this Medusa is debuff immune, and she's 565. So the standard way to play Sim Supreme against a Medusa is just to keep at it, let the staggers hopefully nullify a lot of her furies, thereby preventing living strands. Bait out the S1s when you can. Since she is, I said debuff immune, she's stun immune. You don't have to wait out the full heavy, you can just wait until she hits you once in your block, and then go back in. Build up to your S3, fire it off. The S3 will nullify all of her fury buffs that she might have at the moment, and then you can pretty much go ham on her, and every hit will trigger a bleed. So you see I go right back in after the heavy, and now she's just melting at this point. I took her too close to her S2, luckily backed off and she threw it. Breakthrough node is helping here. Every hit is breaking her armor even further, and she's being very cooperative with her special attacks. So here we go, we've got enough for another S3, fire that off. I don't think I was at 100 genetic potential, so when I watched long ways back, I watched Legacy's video on how to play Sim Supreme, and he likes to wait for 100, but I find that sometimes in war you don't really have that luxury, so especially against a boss who is aggressive like Medusa typically is. So, and there she goes, mid-special. So my first outing with Symbiote Supreme, very effective, very happy with the way that fight turned out. A bit of a short path today, so this is my last fight. This is the Cable mini-boss on Recovery Strike Back. Pretty much identical to Cable bosses that I fought on a very similar node on the old map. Actually, now that I think about it, this node might be identical to the previous Recovery Strike Back node, other than the armor. I think this node does have a bit of extra armor. You can see that blue armor buff there in the corner from the node. So I think I do try doing a total evade of Cable's S1. I've been practicing a lot more, feel more comfortable. There we go, total evade. And go back in. Got to be careful. I don't have a Petrify up. There we go, another full evade of the S1. It's very satisfying when you can pull that off. So super bad luck with the Petrifies, so they are the last two debuffs to come up. But that's okay, because giving him a little bit more power is not a big deal, since his special 2 is easily avoidable but not punishable like the special 1 is. So now we've got Fear of the Void up, therefore nixing any of the power gain or the regen that he'll get since this Cable is duped. You can see it's taken a little bit longer than normal to cut him down. I think my attack boost was still active at this point. I can't remember if there was any time in between. I do get tagged there by the S1. I guess I just missed the timing a little bit. So now if he procs regen, his healing will be reversed, his power gain is reversed, and his number is up, he just doesn't know it yet. So we're just waiting for the degen to take him down. I get the double Fear of the Void, so double attack bonus for, what was that, maybe a couple hits on the combo there. And then down he goes, bye-bye Cable. So all in all, very good war for me, no items other than that boost. And I got a really satisfying fight against Medusa. We did end up losing this one, so still looking for our first win this season. Hopefully the season starts to turn around. I think the rankings come out. This is War 2, so after War 3 the rankings come out. So we'll see where we fall. This is kind of expected for, I think, what the Alliance had mostly agreed to prior to the season starting, and that was, cut down your item usage. There's no need to boost up, to the teeth before every fight now, because the map is designed to kill you. Although I will admit that in these two wars and the couple off-season wars that we participated in, it wasn't really as bad as I was expecting. It was worse before they nerfed a few of the nodes. So I think we're adapting pretty quickly. So the next war or two, maybe we'll see a nice little turnaround. So until then, thanks for watching.